When it comes to achieving success, there's a common temptation to talk about our goals, dreams, and projects. In fact, many people feel a sense of accomplishment simply by discussing their plans with others. This can provide an instant rush of dopamine, giving us a fleeting sense of achievement. However, this sense of satisfaction often leads to a dangerous trap, distracting us from the real work that needs to be done. Instead of relying on words, focusing on action is what truly brings about meaningful results. When you spend too much time talking about what you're going to do, you trick your brain into thinking you've already accomplished something. This is a well-documented psychological phenomenon. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of sharing your ideas, especially when others express interest or admiration. But the more you talk about your intentions, the less likely you are to actually follow through on them. You've already experienced the satisfaction of accomplishing something, so the motivation to take actual steps diminishes. In the end, your goals remain unfulfilled, and you find yourself repeating the cycle, talking more about what you want to do instead of doing it. This is why it's crucial to focus on action rather than words. By dedicating your energy to the task at hand, you avoid the pitfall of relying on external validation or approval. When you're consistently working toward your goal, you don't need to explain your process to others. Your results will speak for themselves. Rather than seeking praise or recognition from the outside world, you build real momentum by staying focused on the work that leads to success. Moreover, the act of working on your goals without announcing them keeps your mental space clear and free of unnecessary distractions. Every time you talk about your plans, you're not just sharing your thoughts, you're also inviting the opinions of others. While feedback can be helpful, it can also become a source of confusion or doubt. When you share your ideas prematurely, you risk absorbing advice that doesn't align with your vision, which can distract or derail you. The pressure to justify your actions or explain your choices can take up precious energy that would be better spent actually moving forward. By focusing on action, you retain full control over your vision, free from the influence of outside opinions. Additionally, talking about your plans too early can actually create a barrier to your success. When you talk about what you're going to do, others may have expectations or assumptions about how things will unfold. If your results don't align with those expectations, you might face judgment or criticism, which can damage your confidence and lead to unnecessary self-doubt. But when you keep your actions behind the scenes, there's no pressure to meet anyone else's timeline or standards. You are free to experiment, fail, and adapt without the weight of others' opinions hanging over you. This autonomy allows you to grow in ways that might not be possible if you were constantly justifying or explaining yourself to others. Another aspect to consider is that people often talk about their ideas and goals to validate themselves in front of others. While seeking validation is natural, it's also a distraction from the true purpose of pursuing any meaningful goal. You're not working toward your dreams to gain approval from others, you're working toward them because they matter to you. When you focus on action, you validate yourself through your progress, not by external feedback. This self-validation is a much stronger, more lasting motivator than seeking praise or recognition from others. The concept of focusing on action over words is especially important when it comes to long-term goals. Success rarely comes overnight, and the journey is often filled with setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. During these times, it's tempting to seek validation through conversations with others. However, relying on words in these moments of struggle is counterproductive. Instead, the only thing that can keep you going is your own internal drive and commitment to the work itself. When you embrace the idea that progress is made through action, you can push through difficult times with resilience, knowing that every small step you take is bringing you closer to your goal. Focusing on action also keeps your energy directed toward the task at hand. Every time you explain your plans, you are expending energy on something that doesn't contribute directly to your progress. It's easy to get caught in endless discussions, brainstorming sessions, or daydreaming about the future, but none of these things will get you closer to your goals. They're important at certain stages, but when it comes to execution, it's the actual work that matters. Instead of spending hours explaining to others what you're going to do, spend that time working toward making it a reality. Furthermore, focusing on action cultivates a mindset of discipline and consistency. When you choose to work silently, you learn the power of persistence, even when no one is watching. Your commitment to the process, rather than the outcome, becomes the driving force. This shift in focus is vital for long-term success because it develops a strong work ethic that isn't reliant on external recognition. Instead of waiting for validation from others, you learn to trust in your own process and capabilities. In conclusion, focusing on action over words is one of the most effective ways to move closer to your goals. While it may feel gratifying to talk about your plans and share them with others, it's the work you put in that truly matters. Words may offer temporary satisfaction, but only action leads to real progress. By protecting your energy, maintaining your focus, and allowing your results to speak for themselves, you ensure that your efforts are leading to something meaningful. So the next time you're tempted to tell others what you're going to do, remember that the real success lies in quietly getting it done. Protecting your vision is one of the most important things you can do when working toward any goal. Our ideas, ambitions, and dreams are deeply personal, and they deserve to be nurtured and shielded from outside influences that may distort or undermine them. When we expose our plans too early, we risk allowing other people's opinions, doubts, and even well-meaning advice to cloud our judgment and derail our focus. By guarding our vision and keeping it to ourselves until it's ready, we give it the space it needs to grow and flourish on its own terms. From the moment we conceive an idea, we may feel a rush of excitement and a desire to share it with others. It's natural to want recognition, support, or validation, especially when we're excited about something we've created or envisioned. However, the reality is that not everyone will understand, appreciate, or support our vision. People will always have their own perspectives, biases, and experiences that shape how they see the world. Their feedback, while often well-intentioned, may be colored by their own fears, limitations, or misconceptions. This can lead to a flood of opinions, advice, and judgments that can be overwhelming or discouraging. Instead of being the catalyst for progress, sharing too much too soon can lead to confusion, self-doubt, and a weakening of our resolve. One of the greatest dangers of revealing your vision too early is that it can expose you to criticism before you've even had the chance to fully develop or test your ideas. People may question your abilities, challenge your assumptions, or suggest alternative paths that you may not have considered. While some criticism can be constructive, much of it will be based on the critic's own experiences and limitations. What works for them may not work for you, and the advice they offer could unintentionally steer you away from your original path. By protecting your vision, you maintain the freedom to explore, experiment, and make mistakes without the fear of judgment. You are in control of your journey, not influenced by others' perceptions. Another reason to keep your vision to yourself until it's ready is that the process of bringing an idea to life often requires a lot of trial and error. At the beginning stages, your vision is likely to be rough, incomplete, and constantly evolving. It's an organic process that requires time, patience, and space to mature. If you share your vision prematurely, you might feel compelled to defend it before it's fully realized, or worse, you might abandon it based on someone else's criticism. Protecting your vision allows you to refine it in private, adjust it without external pressure, and keep your energy focused on its development rather than on explaining or justifying it to others. In addition to protecting your idea from criticism, safeguarding your vision also allows you to shield it from the well-meaning but potentially misguided advice of others. People often offer advice based on their own experiences, which may not necessarily apply to your unique circumstances. They may suggest what worked for them or what they believe is the right way to approach a problem. However, your vision is deeply personal, and the best course of action may not be the one that others suggest. When you keep your plans to yourself, you allow yourself the freedom to make decisions without the weight of unsolicited advice influencing your path. You can trust your instincts and make choices that align with your unique goals, values, and vision. Protecting your vision also means protecting your energy. We all know how easy it is to get caught up in long discussions about our dreams, ideas, and plans, especially with people who are close to us. However, these conversations can be draining. Every time you share your vision with someone, you expose yourself to their energy and emotions. If they're not as enthusiastic or optimistic about your idea as you are, their reactions can drain you of the passion you once had. Even well-meaning comments can leave you feeling uncertain or second-guessing yourself. By keeping your vision private, you preserve your emotional and mental energy, allowing you to stay focused and motivated. You don't have to defend your idea, explain your choices, or manage other people's expectations. Instead, you can put all of your energy into making your vision a reality. Another benefit of protecting your vision is that it allows you to maintain a sense of mystery and intrigue. When you share everything about your plans up front, there's nothing left to surprise people with later. By keeping your work under wraps, you create an air of anticipation and excitement. People will be curious about what you're working on, and when you finally reveal the results, it will have a much greater impact. The element of surprise can make your success all the more rewarding, both for you and for those who witness it. The process of protecting your vision also helps you develop resilience. When you guard your ideas, you learn how to navigate challenges and setbacks on your own. You build mental and emotional strength because you're not relying on external validation or approval to keep you moving forward. Instead, you rely on your own internal drive, focus, and determination. This resilience is crucial when the inevitable obstacles arise. As you push forward toward your goal, you learn how to adapt, pivot, and grow without being distracted by external influences. Furthermore, protecting your vision fosters a deeper connection to your own creativity and intuition. When you're not sharing every detail of your work with others, you create space to listen to your inner voice and trust your instincts. You become more attuned to your own creative process and more confident in your decisions. This self-reliance is essential for long-term success because it allows you to stay true to your vision no matter what others may say or think. In conclusion, protecting your vision is a powerful act of self-care and self-confidence. It allows you to refine your ideas without interference, maintain your focus and energy, and avoid unnecessary distractions and criticisms. By keeping your plans to yourself until they're ready, you ensure that your vision is given the time and space it needs to grow into something truly remarkable. The strength to protect your vision is the strength to create something truly unique, meaningful, and impactful. Trust in your process and give your ideas the care and protection they deserve. In a world where talking about our goals, dreams, and aspirations has become almost second nature, we often forget that the true measure of success lies in the results we produce, not in the words we say. It's easy to get caught up in explaining our plans, boasting about our efforts, or seeking validation through conversations with others. However, the reality is that results, those tangible outcomes, speak louder than any promise, discussion, or declaration. Letting your actions and results do the talking is not only more powerful, but it also builds credibility and trust in ways that words alone can never achieve. When we talk about what we're going to do, we may feel a sense of accomplishment in the moment, but those words hold no weight if they aren't backed up by actual outcomes. There's a difference between talking about making progress and actually making progress. And the more we talk about our goals, the more we risk diminishing the urgency and the focus we need to bring them to life. By shifting our focus away from talking and instead concentrating on producing results, we build something substantial, something that can't be questioned or diluted by anyone's opinion. One of the most significant advantages of letting results speak for themselves is that actions tend to earn respect and trust in ways words cannot. In every area of life, whether it's personal relationships, professional endeavors, or creative projects, actions create credibility. People can say anything, but it's what they do that matters. When you work tirelessly toward your goal without the need to boast or explain, you set yourself apart as someone who is truly dedicated and capable. Results that are visible, tangible, and undeniable leave little room for doubt or skepticism. Those who have been watching your journey will be more likely to acknowledge your achievements when they see the fruits of your labor. Furthermore, letting your results speak for themselves reduces the need for external validation. Seeking validation through constant explanations and updates can undermine your confidence as you become reliant on others' opinions to feel good about your progress. However, when you let the results shine, the validation comes from within. You know your work is speaking for itself, and that inner confidence allows you to remain focused and driven, even when there's no immediate praise or recognition. Instead of worrying about what others think, you trust that your results will ultimately make the impact you desire. This is liberating as it allows you to detach from external expectations and focus solely on the work that matters most. Results also have the power to inspire and motivate others. Talk, especially when it's unsubstantiated, can easily be ignored or dismissed. But when people see the real, tangible outcomes of your hard work, they begin to take notice. Your achievements can serve as a testament to what's possible with persistence, dedication, and focus. They may look at your success and be inspired to pursue their own dreams, not because of what you've said, but because of what you've done. Results carry a unique weight. They inspire others to believe in their own potential and take action in their own lives. In this way, your success can create a ripple effect, encouraging those around you to also focus on producing results rather than just talking about their goals. Letting results speak for themselves also enables you to maintain control over your narrative. When you constantly talk about your plans or projects, you open yourself up to criticism, questioning, or even negative judgments that may cause self-doubt. Everyone has their own perspective, and the more you share, the more others feel entitled to offer their opinions, which may or may not be helpful. These external voices can distract you from your path or make you question your methods and ideas. But when you focus on producing results and let them speak for themselves, you gain control over the narrative. Your outcomes tell the story, and that story is powerful because it is rooted in action, not words. You don't need to explain yourself, defend your choices, or justify your efforts. Your work speaks for you, and it tells others exactly what they need to know about your capabilities, your dedication, and your results. Moreover, when you focus on producing results instead of talking about them, you create a level of consistency and discipline that naturally builds over time. Consistency is key to achieving anything worthwhile, and the best way to demonstrate your commitment is by showing up and doing the work day after day. Talking about what you're going to do can often lead to fleeting bursts of excitement, but consistency is the true measure of progress. It's not about what you plan to do, it's about what you actually do over and over again, even when it's difficult or unglamorous. This consistent action will ultimately lead to results that accumulate over time, turning your vision into reality. Another important aspect of letting results speak for themselves is that it helps you avoid distractions. It's easy to get caught up in the process of explaining, defending, or justifying your plans to others, especially when you're excited or uncertain. Talking too much about your goals can shift your focus from the actual work to the conversation itself, which detracts from the energy you could be putting into making progress. The more time you spend explaining your intentions, the less time you have to work toward them. By reducing the focus on verbalizing your plans, you redirect your energy toward the tasks that will actually produce results. In addition, when results do speak for themselves, there's less need for self-promotion. In a world where self-promotion is often encouraged, it can be tempting to talk up your achievements and seek attention. But this approach can feel inauthentic and may not always resonate with others. On the other hand, results that are earned and visible do not require any self-promotion. People will notice what you've accomplished, and the recognition that comes from your actual work will feel more genuine and meaningful. This type of recognition, based on results, carries far more weight than any attempt to self-promote or explain what you're doing. Ultimately, letting results speak for themselves aligns with the principle of focusing on what you can control. You can control your actions, your consistency, and the effort you put into your work. You cannot always control how others perceive or react to your plans. But results are objective, and they do not need any justification. When you shift your focus from talking to doing, you take full ownership of your journey. You eliminate the need for external validation and let your results speak as a testament to your dedication and skill. Maintaining control over your narrative is one of the most crucial aspects of achieving success and ensuring that your journey aligns with your values, vision, and goals. In a world that's constantly filled with opinions, judgments, and external influences, the ability to steer your own story is empowering and vital. When you focus on your actions and results, rather than explaining or justifying your choices to others, you retain the power to shape the path you want to walk. This sense of control not only protects your vision, but also enables you to stay authentic to yourself throughout the process, without being swayed by the noise of outside voices. When you maintain control over your narrative, you protect your emotional energy from unnecessary distractions and negative influences. Sharing your plans, especially early on, often invites unsolicited feedback or criticism. Even if well-meaning, these opinions can leave you feeling self-conscious, uncertain, or overwhelmed. Every time you explain what you're doing, you invite a potential wave of doubt or skepticism that can dampen your enthusiasm or create a barrier to progress. In contrast, by keeping your journey to yourself, you create a buffer that allows you to move forward without the mental and emotional weight of outside judgment. You become less reliant on the approval or validation of others, which frees up mental space for creativity, focus, and action. By protecting your narrative, you also prevent others from imposing their timelines or expectations on you. People may have their own ideas about how things should unfold or when certain milestones should be achieved. If you start discussing your goals prematurely, you risk aligning your timeline with theirs, whether consciously or unconsciously. For example, if you share a big idea with a friend or colleague and they become excited about it, they might start asking about your progress more often or expect to see results sooner than you're ready to show them. This external pressure can lead to unnecessary stress, causing you to rush decisions or take shortcuts in order to meet someone else's expectations. When you maintain control over your narrative, you set your own pace and feel empowered to follow the rhythm that works best for you, without compromising the quality of your work or losing sight of the bigger picture. Moreover, keeping your narrative private protects your ideas and intellectual property from being diluted or hijacked by others. Ideas are powerful, and the moment you share them, they are susceptible to being twisted, copied, or influenced by people with different intentions. It's easy for others to offer suggestions, or worse, take ownership of your concept if they feel it aligns with their goals. Sharing too early can leave you vulnerable to someone else taking your work in a direction that doesn't reflect your original vision. By withholding too much information about your plans, you preserve the integrity of your ideas, giving them the time and space they need to develop into something truly unique. This not only helps protect your intellectual property, but also allows you to move at your own pace without worrying that someone might take advantage of your work before you're ready to share it with the world. Retaining control over your narrative also prevents you from being swayed by negative influences or unhelpful advice. Everyone has their own beliefs and experiences, and while advice can be valuable, too much can cause confusion or doubt. Well-meaning individuals might try to steer you down a path that works for them but isn't the right fit for you. They might discourage you from taking risks or pursuing a course of action that feels right for you because it doesn't align with their worldview. This outside influence can cause you to second-guess yourself and divert you from the path you truly want to walk. By staying private about your goals, you reduce the amount of advice or criticism you receive, allowing you to think more clearly, make decisions confidently, and trust your own instincts. Additionally, maintaining control over your narrative gives you the freedom to pivot or change direction without having to explain yourself to others. We all face moments of doubt or encounter unforeseen obstacles that require us to adapt or reassess our plans. If you've already shared your vision and progress with others, you might feel pressured to stick to your original plan, even when it no longer feels right. This fear of explaining a change or backtracking on something you've previously stated can prevent you from making necessary adjustments. By keeping your goals and processes private, you give yourself the flexibility to evolve and grow without the burden of needing to explain every shift in direction. You can follow your intuition and respond to new opportunities or challenges in a way that aligns with your authentic vision rather than being confined by others' expectations. Another benefit of maintaining control over your narrative is that it builds a sense of self-discipline and internal motivation. When you're not constantly sharing updates or seeking external approval, you become more accountable to yourself and your goals. You learn to trust your own judgment and rely on your inner drive to push you forward. This self-reliance builds confidence and resilience, enabling you to weather setbacks or challenges without needing validation from others. The more you work in silence, the more you can cultivate the discipline needed to stay on track, no matter how long it takes or how difficult the journey may become. Finally, controlling your narrative allows you to present your success on your own terms. When you let your results speak for themselves, the way you present your achievements is entirely up to you. You can reveal your progress when you're ready. And the impact will be that much greater because it comes from a place of authenticity. When people see the results you've worked so hard for, they won't need to be told the story. They'll see it in your work, in the quality of what you've produced, and in the dedication that shines through. By maintaining control of your narrative, you ensure that your journey unfolds in a way that feels true to who you are and what you want to accomplish.